the next comedian coming up, very funny, very pleasant. Please give a very warm welcome to Hoyt, Linden.
Hello.
Thank you. So 2017, been kind of a wild ride. I don't know how it's been for you guys. I don't know, I've been through a lot this year, but I recently quit my job of 6 years. I quit drinking, and I moved out to the middle of nowhere with my significant other. Oh, no wait, sorry, that's the murder mystery novel I'm working on. I had to quit drinking because apparently being an alcoholic at 30 isn't as cute as when you're 20. So it's been good though. I feel a lot better, you know, have a lot more energy. I mean, I'm still like sick and anxious all the time. It's just like less sick and anxious. And of course now I have like a clear, sober mind, so I have more like, can really focus in on being sick and anxious. I wish I could stand up here and tell you all how much money I'm saving by not going out to the bars, but unfortunately I am unemployed, so $0 earned is still $0 saved. I've always been pretty bad with money even when I was employed. But I try, it's like weird, I would think that I was like being frugal. Like my friends would take me shopping and we'd be at a thrift store, and I remember this one time I found like these perfect pair of boots in my size, $60. And I just sat there like, I don't know if I can justify spending $60 on something I might wear every day, get years of use out of. $60 on a bar tab, no problem. It was just another open mic. Making good choices. And moving out to the middle of nowhere has been really great as well. It's been nice to just kind of get out of the hustle and bustle of the city. It's really done a lot for me. I mean, it's taken all of the legwork out of isolating myself, which is just great for my depression. Have a lot more time to focus in on that. I'm just oozing with ennui, which, I don't know, if you don't know what that word means, it's fine, don't be embarrassed. Just like go on Twitter and scroll back like 5 years. It was really big. But it's coming back. It's coming back with the Bitcoin. I can feel it. All right. I gotta check my notes because I don't know, I haven't done this in a while. Oh yeah, another like benefit of being in the middle of nowhere, I don't have to talk to strangers like day to day. I don't know, I felt like in Seattle, I mean I took the bus, so it's just like, I felt like strangers always, it's like their target, they just like want to talk to you on the bus. And I just want to like, it's just like shocking to me. It's like, how are you not just staring at your phone like the rest of us? I don't understand. And I know that sounds really mean, but I guess I'm mean. I'm also vegan, so there's another thing to hate me for. But I don't know, I mean, it's kind of nice. You know, I don't have a car, I'm vegan, so my carbon footprint is so small. Mother Nature asks, is it in yet? This is the time of year where a lot of people talk about and experience seasonal depression. I kind of feel like every year for me it just creeps up earlier and earlier, you know, it's like right on par with the Christmas decorations. I don't know, are you guys excited for Santa's birthday? It's coming up. It's okay, I can say that my birthday's also coming up. I don't know, I felt like as a child, I thought I was really smart because I caught on to like the Santa not being real thing pretty early on. But I lied to my mom because my brother told me that if we told her we didn't believe in Santa, we wouldn't get presents anymore. So we kept up that for a while, like the letters to Santa. And I remember this one year, my mom's like, so I'm just like proofreading your letter to Santa. I see that you're asking for a magic carpet. I'm not sure if Santa can do that. And I was just like, Mom, if you can't afford it, you can just say so. Right? So clearly I wasn't that smart. This year, a good thing that happened was I finally got to meet my boyfriend's mom. That was really exciting. I was very nervous because I have a lot of social anxiety. So I was just terrified that I'd be like mid-conversation with her and I would just be like, all of a sudden just cut her off, like, thank you so much for not circumcising your son. The sex is great. So of course, instead what I did was just invite her to a show and then do that joke on stage while she was in the audience. I reassured her later on, like, of course, like, don't worry, I have an IUD, so no more surprise abortions. I love having an IUD, but it's, everything comes with a price, right? I don't know, because for mine it's the hormonal one. So for me, I don't get a period anymore. Which on paper sounds great, but for me, it kind of turns out that instead, once a month, my butthole just flares up with a really bad case of hemorrhoids. So I think my body just like got confused somewhere along the way and was like, something needs to be bleeding. The next best thing. Before I had my IUD, I had a couple whoopsie moments and had to get abortions. And I remember at my getting my last abortion, I was really scared. Like, I don't know, I feel like in movies they kind of show like this like medical record thing, like they're gonna pull out your file, which I feel like that's a lie. Like, or maybe like only rich people with insurance have that. I don't know. But I was just terrified they were gonna like pull out this imaginary file and be like, oh, like, wow, you've had way too many abortions. Like, you're gonna need to keep that one. But no, that's not what they did at all. Instead, they were like, oh, you've had how many abortions? All right, we're just gonna give you an IUD. Which, if you don't have insurance, that's a good way to get an IUD if you need one. I'm not recommending that route, but it is there for you. It worked out pretty well for me. I felt like I would see like really heavily tattooed couples with newborn babies, right? I don't know, it always kind of like caught me off guard. Like, how does that baby not have any tattoos? Are you sure that's yours? Get that kid's tongue split before the CPS comes after you. I don't know. Sometimes I get baby fever. I mean, it's been normal, people get it. I feel like for me though, it's like a split second of like, oh, that could be cute, followed by like a 30-minute like horror montage of like a demon child like ripping its way out of my body. And I'm just like, oh my god, my body's ruined. And I didn't get to drink or smoke for 9 months. But now I'm not drinking anymore, so I feel like a part of me thinks that I should have a baby, but now that I'm sober, it's like, oh wow, that's even more horrifying, like with a sober mind. Holy shit, no, we are not doing that. Keeping this IUD in for another 10 years. I don't know. I guess it expires. Alright, what was I gonna close on? I kind of went out of order, that's alright. But I was thinking about tattoos recently, even though I can't afford them any longer. But I was trying to figure out like what would be a good portrait tattoo for me, because a lot of my friends have them, and I used to think they were really cheesy, but now I kind of like, I don't know, I've turned on them, like they kind of seem kind of cool, but I don't know what I would get, because I feel like the go-tos are like your children or your pets, and I don't have either of those. So then I was trying to think of like, I don't know, famous figures that would be cool, and obviously serial killers. I was like, oh, I should just get my favorite serial killer, Ed Gein, right? So we're both from Wisconsin, so it's like hometown pride, and like he wore women's skin, and I'm a woman, he'd be on my skin, so it just felt like full circle, really awesome. All right, thank you guys so much for your time. time. You've been wonderful.
Hope Linden, everyone. Killing it with the serial killer tattoo.